in Miami, Florida. Well, we're here in Bally's in Las Vegas, Nevada. Earlier, Bonnie Canino kept her title with a unanimous decision against Nora Day. Kathy Long in a spirited split decision against Sandra Yard. Still to come, our main event of the evening, the IFBA Bantamweight Championship. Baby doll Bridget Riley defends her title against Aisha Lahsen. Al Bernstein takes a closer look at tonight's main event.
Bridget Baby Doll Riley.
26-year-old Bridget Riley brings not only an engaging personality, but also a relentless attack to women's boxing. And it was that attack that would net her a world title early in her career.
New IFBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, Bridget Baby Doll Riley.
And tonight, from across the pond, comes Aisha Lahsen to challenge Riley for the crown. They both know tonight won't be easy.
When I'm in that ring, it's one-on-one. And not only are there judges, are there a whole bunch of people looking, and it's competition, but I got some girl coming at me trying to take my head off.
I'm a totally different person in the ring, turn into an animal in the ring.
I'm very confident. Whatever she's got, we've got more.
I'm here to win. Basically, that's all. I'm here to win.
I'm in shape. I can go 10 rounds. If the knockout comes, it's a bonus. So I'm going to take my time, pick my shot.
Won't go 10. Won't go 10. I'll give it 4 or 5.
She can talk all she wants to, because I think the ones that talk the loudest are the most insecure.
And that is coming up, our main event. Baby doll Bridget Riley defends her title against Aisha Lahsen from Las Vegas, Nevada, after this timeout on ESPN2. Welcome back to Las Vegas. There is the IFBA Bantamweight Champion, Bridget Riley. She won the title on February the 15th here on ESPN2 in Biloxi, a 10-round decision against Yvonne Trevino. She landed 49% of her power punches. Trevino landed just 25% of her punches in that bout. A very impressive effort for Bridget Riley, the 25-year-old from Sherman Oaks, California, born in St. Louis, now fighting out of California. The IFBA Bantamweight Championship at stake. Riley against Lahsen. For the introductions, here's our ring announcer, Danny Valdivia.
In the ring, bantamweights, 10 rounds for the IFBA Bantamweight Championship of the World. The referees and judges, all from Las Vegas, Nevada. The judges, Cindy Barton, Carol Castellano, Paul Smith. Our referee in charge, Richard Steele. In the red corner, the challenger, wearing red, white, and blue trunks. She hails from Liverpool, England. Fighting out of the elite school of boxing, Liverpool. She's undefeated in 6 professional bouts with 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 of her wins by knockout. At 118 pounds, Aisha Lahsen. In the blue corner, wearing red trunks, from St. Louis, Missouri. Fighting out of San Fernando, California. Her record as a professional, 5 wins, 2 losses, 1 win by knockout. At 117 pounds, the IFBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, Bridget Baby Doll Riley.
Referee Richard Steele waiting in the middle of the ring. This bout under the unified rules. Aisha Lahsen back to her corner from Liverpool. She's 5-0-1 with 2 knockouts. However, Alan, our research, the fight facts, all those bouts have been listed as kickboxing bouts. Unified rules, no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Only the referee can stop the bout. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Accidental headbutt, they'll go to the scorecards after 4 rounds are completed. so this very well could be the first official boxing match for Lahsen.
They claim, of course, that they have had boxing matches. That remains to be seen. She is very adamant, and you saw it in the feature, that she can knock Bridgett Riley out. She feels she has the power to do that. Riley with the good right hand, and there's the hook. You better be ready for that left hook, and you better be ready for pressure from Bridgett Riley.
Riley has just one knockout in her 7 pro bouts.
If there's a chink in Bridgett Riley's armor, it is that she doesn't jab enough. She only landed 3 of 10 jabs in the last bout with Trevino, and she really is more effective when she jabs her way in.
Her 2 losses.
Oh, my!
Oh, Riley is down! What a shot by Lahsen!
Well, maybe she did have the power to knock her down. Bridgett Riley is up. Will they let this bout continue? She's trying.
You cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Riley is in trouble.
Now, Riley does not know how to get out of there. She is a come-straight-ahead fighter. She doesn't box, so she's got a problem. She is going to have to find a way to get some movement.
Yeah.
She's getting nailed with every right hand that she gets hit with.
She is on borrowed time if Lahsen can nail a good shot. There's a right.
She's getting hit with every right hand.
Richard Steele taking a close look. Riley tries to hold on. She is still shaky at best.
She walks into every right hand that Lahsen throws. Part of the problem is if she was jabbing her way in, she'd take that right hand away. She's trying to throw those looping left hooks.
And even throwing a punch, she nearly knocked herself down.
She should be using all of this ring. Instead of moving forward, she should be moving sideways and backwards.
But has Lahsen been too patient? And Bridgett Riley makes the bell. And I think Lahsen was way too patient as Riley staggers back to her corner.
Look at me, Bridgett.
Hang on, Bridgett. You know where you're at? You know who I am? Huh? You want to hang in there? But you know who I am. Okay, you all right? Okay, go to work.
Come in. Run. Don't crash, okay? Move. Move, okay? When you come in, tight. Don't try to crash with your punch, okay? You're leaning in too much.
The interesting thing, you saw those numbers. They weren't that lopsided, but here's the punch that changed everything in that round. Bridgett Riley, keeping her left hand low, walked into a right hand by Lahsen. And she would continue to walk into right hands like that. Good leverage on that punch.
Now my only critique of that first round as Riley tries to regroup on Lahsen's side was I don't think she was aggressive enough.
Definitely not.
Riley was just falling forward, waiting to be hit.
And Lahsen, now they want Riley to box. That's not her style. We'll see if she can affect it. And the problem for Riley is she needs to land that left hook, but to do it, she's got to go inside, which is where she's now, and she can get hit with that right hand again. Riley's left hook is very wide. That's why she's getting hit with those right hands by Lahsen. Interestingly, Lahsen, you know, had to lose 3/4 of a pound to make the 118-pound limit. Apparently, that's not affecting her. At least it isn't yet, but it could later.
Lahsen began kickboxing because her mother was forcing her to take ballet lessons, and she hated every minute of it. But she mentioned that kickboxing really didn't have a future and that women's boxing was on the way up. She says the transition, though, from kickboxing to just traditional boxing, it's hard to keep your legs down. She did a pretty good job in round 1.
Now, one of the things that Lahsen is doing pretty well is she's keeping her distance, keeping Riley at the end of her jabs where she can land one of those big right hands again. Riley wants to get, oh, there's the hook from Riley. Even though it was wide, it landed. Riley really should be working her way in, then working the body, then coming up to the head. And you see, with Riley not jabbing her way in, it's really creating a problem for her. She's got to throw those looping punches to get in like that right, and there's where she's susceptible to the counter right by Lahsen. It's the first time we've seen Bridgett Riley where she can't just walk in on an opponent because of the power of Lahsen, and it's creating some problems for her.
Her 2 losses were Teresa Arnold in her pro career. Final seconds of round 2, scheduled for 10. Riley and Lahsen, as Riley's defending her IFBA Bantamweight Championship, and Bridgett Riley goes back to her corner. Let's listen in. Jeff Bullock, the trainer of Aisha Lahsen.
You've got to box still. Right hand out. You've got to throw the right to the middle as well. Do you mean jab, right, left hook, and then right. Combinations again. Get back to boxing. All right. Keep your own hands up. She's putting her down, throwing ones over the top as you're dropping your left. Okay, chin down, hands up. Okay, you're doing it. And you can finish it if you measure up with your jab. Remember, said 3 jabs to the right, 3 jabs to the right. Work it on that kind of ratio. 3 lefts.
Here's where Bridgett Riley was able to get her own left hook in. But you see how wide that punch was. If she shortened it a bit, like she did in the first round, she landed a good short left hook, it would have been more effective. Still a pretty good punch by Riley.
So Bridgett Riley bounces to her feet, gets set for the start of round number 3. And Al, she may have not had a great round in round 2, but she seems to have gotten her legs back, at least to some degree.
Certainly better than the end of round 1 was for her. And now she's got to figure out stylistically what can she do in this bout. Good advice in the corner for Lahsen, saying just throw the jab, straight right hand, jab, straight right hand. That'll get the job done for you. Lahsen with a lead, not a gigantic lead, but a significant lead after 2 rounds. She outlanded Riley 15-11 in the last round.
Riley was starched in round 1. She was so out of it that when she tried to throw punches, she nearly fell down, but Lahsen did not make her pay.
Lahsen has a very good short right hand. End of sentence. I mean, that's the bottom line here in this match, as you see my scoring. That's been what's... I have Lahsen ahead 2017. That's been what's gotten it done for her. It's a good, short, straight right hand. And Bridgett Riley told us that she thought the right hand was her biggest vulnerable area, getting hit with that punch, and Lahsen exploited it. This is not the kind of bout normally that we would see Riley in, an outside boxing match. The question remains, can she win it? I think Lahsen can certainly win it that way. And you can see it's creating problems for Bridgett. She doesn't quite know how to win this kind of a match because she doesn't jab that much. She needs to be on the inside working, and if you can't get there, what do? Lahsen, though, very economical with her punches as well.
Yeah, not a lot happening here in round number 3 after the fireworks to start. Scheduled for 10 rounds. Bridgett Riley knocked down, nearly out in round number 1. Heads back to her corner. Her trainer, Lily Rodriguez, to offer some advice.
Go back to your guard. Come on. You got better?
This is good, okay? It's better. But you need move, okay? Move. Don't stay one place only. You need move. Put your hand. Don't forget to block. Throw your jab and block put your other hand in your face, okay? And move.
Welcome back to Bally's in Las Vegas. Bob Papa along with Al Bernstein. Round number 4 underway. Bridgett Riley defending her IFBA Bantamweight Championship against Aisha Lahsen. Riley knocked down in round number 1. And we take a look at the punch numbers in round number 3.
There you see Lahsen getting the best of it. Now, in this round, Riley's come out doing a couple very good things. She kept her hands up, got inside, started working the body, and then threw a good overhand left. And she's throwing that left a little more in a more compact manner, and that gets in the right, and yet another. So the pressure of Riley now starting to have effect, and she's going downstairs to the body. Her mission is not to walk into another right hand.
After we went away to the commercial, Riley asked Lily Rodriguez, how do I stop from getting hit? And Lily said, keep your hands up.
That's exactly it. She keeps her left hands up. She's in business. This is a great round for Riley. Why? She's working on the inside to the body, then coming up to the head. She has the power and the strength to deal with a fighter like Lahsen if she gets on the inside. And if she does come back in this fight, Bridgett Riley, what a testimony to her courage in round one. She was really in trouble. And you pointed out, Lahsen made a strategic error in that round. And I give Richard Steele credit. This is an ironic thing, given some of the controversies Richard Steele's been involved with. I give him credit for not stopping that fight, because often women's bouts are stopped a little early. He gave her a chance to work through it. It's an excellent round here for Riley here in round 4. And she's using the body as a way to get back in this fight, working the body.
Meldrew Taylor probably wishes Richard Steele would have given him about 10 more seconds against Julio Cesar Chavez back in 1990.
And so does Razor Ruddock against Mike Tyson.
Final seconds of round 4, a much better round for Bridgett Riley, and Aisha Lahsen very inactive after the first round knockdown of Riley.
Lahsen using this nice uppercut in the inside, but the counter left hook by Riley. So there in microcosm, we saw this bout.
And Bridgett Riley starts off round number 5 with a good right hand to the head of Aisha Lahsen from Liverpool, England, the challenger of Riley's IFBA Bantamweight Championship bout. Take a look at the punch numbers through 4 rounds.
You see the edge for Lahsen in this bout. And, of course, there is the knockdown to be considered as well in round 1. But the last round, a encouraging round for Riley. Look at Lahsen doing a good job of trying to set her up with the jab to throw that right hand in. The Riley style that we've seen in other bouts is so effective when she can walk right to her opponent. She's had trouble doing that with Lahsen. She did it in the first 40 seconds of this round, but after she got nailed with that right hand, of course, was not willing to do it.
Midway point of round 5. Al's scorecard 3-4.
I've got at 39-36, and that's where Bridgett Riley wants to be right on the inside, working the body and the head of Lahsen. Now, they felt Lahsen was getting a little tired in the corner of Riley, and that may be one of Riley's advantages. She's a well-conditioned boxer that is used to going a long way in bouts. Can Lahsen make the same statement? We saw her go 10 tough rounds with Ivan Trevino to win the IFBA championship for last time.
Lahsen has never been past 5 rounds, and we're assuming they were all kickboxing bouts. One thing, if this is her first actual boxing match, she's made a very good account of herself.
Another good round for Riley, however. She's worked the body and gotten some work done in this round.
That is the end of round number 5. Bridgett Riley back to her corner.
Good, okay? Hey, don't forget your hands. When you throw one punch, put your hands in the middle, okay? And your hand on your face. She wait, she continue the uppercut, okay? Don't come in every time, size, okay? When you come in, she don't go when you come in. You think, okay? Give me one side, 2 sides, and then you come in, okay? Good.
Here's Bridgett Riley landing a very good straight right hand. And then here she is on the inside working the body. Very important, because if Lahsen is in no man's land now, which she is, a round she's never seen, that body work will have an impact. A very good round again for Bridgett Riley.
'25-year-old Bridgett Riley and 25-year-old Aisha Lahsen. Again, round number 6 of the Women's Championship Boxing. Bouts go 10 rounds.
You see that Riley averages longer, and of course we saw her go 10 good tough rounds with Trevino. Nice right hand, and another one by Riley.
Sending Lahsen to the ropes. Lahsen in trouble.
Will Riley walk into another right hand in the process of this, though? That's what she has to worry about. But Lahsen, in these later rounds now, facing the conditioning of Riley. And here comes Bridgett Riley. It's hard to discourage her. And she's working the body as well. As Has Lahsen pretty much done everything she can do in this bout?
Some blood from the nose of Riley. Lahsen from Liverpool, England, a very interesting background. Her mom and dad both worked in the circus. Her dad, Brahim, was an acrobat, and her mother a showgirl in the Ringling Brothers Circus.
She loves Prince Nassim, loves his attitude and his showmanship. Right now, she is taking it from Bridgett Riley. Riley having another excellent round here, and you get the feeling Lahsen is getting fatigued.
Women's boxing is not sanctioned in England. That's why all the women in England are involved in kickboxing. So they do have to come to the States in order to turn pro. Big round for Bridgett Riley as she goes after Aisha Lahsen. And there's the bell to end round number 6. And now looks like 3 in a row now for Riley as Lahsen heads back to her corner.
She had a bad round, got up and started coming back. You can do the same. Now you're making basic stupid mistakes here. Right? You're not keeping your hands up. You're not using your jab. Your uppercut's working round every time you go down the corner. You hit it with it, you wobbled it, and then you got yourself wobbled. For God's sake, you go bang bang, stopping your admiring your work. Keep guard up, covered up. For God's sake, just keep your hands up. You can win. You really long. Really long. Believe you me, yours will be jerking down here. Like it might be hurt, you won't be broke. Come on, for God's sake, start doubling everything up.
Is Bridgett Riley taking control of this fight? These sequences would indicate she might be starting. Now, those are very wide punches, but they're getting in to Lahsen. There's the hook getting in. She's starting out with body work. Now, there's a straight right hand. That might have been her best punch of the round, and it pushed Lahsen back.
What did you make of Jeff Bullock, her trainer, as we started round number 7?
Excellent work by him. He's pointing out there exactly what the problem is. There's no generalities there. He's telling her what the problem is. But I think there's one problem he can't address. That's fatigue. She's got it right now.
You heard Lahsen say that she thought maybe her jaw was broken. And Jeff Bullock said if your jaw was broken, it'd be hanging down at your chest.
Well, there is round 6, and we see Bridgett Riley taking control. The conditioning and the attack of Bridgett Riley now starting to really make the difference here. And if she does win this bout, her effort at coming back after being nearly out in round 1 will be spectacular.
And I think Lahsen will look at the tape and wonder in amazement as to what she was waiting for in round 1 when Riley could not even keep herself up when she tried to throw a punch. She nearly fell down.
You're right, Bob. Lahsen was way too economical with her punches and careful. Riley's doing good work on the inside. That's where she wants to be. And I think he should even stay there more.
Now scorecard through 6.
And I have Riley down by only 1 point in this bout. I think she's taken the last 3 rounds and is dominating most of the action now. Good counter right by Riley. And again, Lahsen's hands very low, and that's part of the problem. She is just keeping those hands down.
Break! The sense that Riley's getting in a bit of a groove now in her own game plan. Closing seconds of round number 7. 3 more rounds to go. Bridgett Riley defending her bantamweight title on ESPN2. Be sure to join us Saturday at 10 a.m. for World Cup Soccer on ESPN2. 10 a.m. Eastern, Italy and Norway in single elimination. Italy made it all the way to the finals before losing to Brazil 4 years ago. Norway defeated Brazil in this year's World Cup from France. Join us 10 a.m. Saturday on ESPN2, Italy and Norway, as Roberto Baggio tries to lead the Azzurra to the World Cup.
You are so impressive to me with your knowledge of the World Cup.
I just keep saying the same guy.
That's okay. That's one more than I'm hip to.
And we begin round number 8 between Bridgett Riley and Aisha Lahsen. Riley knocked down, nearly out in round 1. She has worked her way back into this bout. This is the first defense of her IFBA Bantamweight Championship. Punches in round number 7.
There's Riley landing at 47%, doing a lot of good work in that last round. And what a different bout it is now. She's not walking into those right hands by Lahsen. She's getting on the ends. Oh, an elbow by Lahsen. That was blatant.
Richard Steele picked up on that one in a heartbeat.
That was so blatant you almost could make a case for a point being deducted. Lahsen is trying to throw that right hand now, though, the one that did knock Riley down and hurt her. But see how she's pushing that punch now, not landing it, throwing it with the same effectiveness. Why? Because she's tired. Now Riley herself has got to be feeling a little bit of fatigue, although against Trevino we saw her be very aggressive right to the end of that bout.
She averaged 62 punches thrown per round over a 2-minute round in that Trevino bout, which equals about 90 punches a round. She nailed Lahsen with the right hand.
That stunned Aisha Lahsen. She's in trouble now, and big trouble.
Riley measuring her up.
And throwing body shots. Good move by Bridgett Riley.
Good right hand. This is what Lahsen did not do in round 1. Can Riley finish her off? Closing seconds of round 8. There's the bell to end it. Big round 8 for Bridgett Baby Doll Riley.
Come on, baby. Don't come in every time. When you come in, put your face in your face and throw your right hand. Okay? Good. Take something? Don't forget.
Listen, you've got to stay in the pace. Keep going forward. You step back, you get caught all the time. You're listening to him. Just keep going forward. Jab, jab.
You won the best part of that round. You only tagged you at the end.
Gave it a hand. You had early trouble. You gave it back.
You're holding your head too high.
You let the rally at the end of every round. You've got to stay on top of it. Right?
Lahsen throwing this elbow. Boy, that's about as blatant as you can throw an elbow. I mean, she nailed Bridgett Riley with the elbow. Richard Steele did give her a caution, but she would pay for it later. Riley throwing good punches, working the body after she had Lahsen in trouble. And what I like about Bridgett Riley is mixing her attack after she had Lahsen in trouble. Lahsen has never seen these rounds.
We begin round number 9, scheduled for 10. Bridgett Riley and Aisha Lahsen. What has been a very entertaining bout.
And Riley is doing better for a variety of reasons. She is working the body. Wow, Bridgett Riley dominating in round 8. And of course, here's where you ask yourself the question, do you ever make a 2-point round? I don't usually if there's no knockdown. Do you ever make a 2-point round when there's no knockdown? Clearly Lahsen got a 2-point round in the first round because of the knockdown.
I think it's harder in a women's bout only because there's one less minute to dominate.
Very good bout. That's an excellent point. And you can't build up the kind of numbers. Even there, she had 20 punches. If there was another minute in that round, she could have had a 30-punch edge. Good overhand right a moment or two ago by Riley again.
Left hand from Riley, and down goes Lahsen. And that is it. Richard Steele has stopped it. Lahsen's out.
And hopefully okay. What a remarkable turnaround for Bridgett Riley. All but out in round 1. She showed grit and determination and technique to come back. Now, the big issue here is hopefully Lahsen is okay. We see her moving. Bridgett Riley with a huge left hook gets the job done.
What a comeback for Bridgett Riley, and Aisha Lahsen is still down. You see the doctor taking his time. They'll get her on the stool. They won't let her stand up just yet. And Bridgett Riley on the shoulders of manager Blinky Rodriguez saluting this crowd. What a comeback.
Men boxing, women's boxing, doesn't get much more exciting than this. Tremendous comeback by Bridgett Riley, facing obviously a woman who was a very good puncher early. That's Lahsen. Thank goodness she is up. And boy, let's take a look again at how Bridgett Riley ducks under and throws. Now that was the best left hook she's thrown in the fight.
That was like Joe Frazier.
Yes, it was short, it was compact, and you're right, it looked like a Joe Frazier left hook and a delayed reaction by Lahsen.
She rolled right underneath and ripped off the left hook. And Bridgett Riley keeps her IFBA Bantamweight Championship as she stops Aisha Lahsen in round number 9 with a fantastic comeback. Coming off the deck from round 1, Riley keeps the belt. Al will talk with Baby Doll after this timeout. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Bob Papa along with Al Bernstein. Bridgett Riley stops Aisha Lahsen in round number 9. Let's send it up to Danny Valdivia for the official time of the stoppage.
Winner by knockout in 1 minute 7 seconds of the 9th round, and still IBF Bantamweight Champion of the world, Bridgett Baby Doll Riley.
Bridgett Riley with an impressive effort in her first title defense scores a 9th round knockout, and Baby Doll is standing by with Al.
Thank you, Bob. I'm here with Bridgett Riley and her happy crew. Bridgett, first let's go back to that first round. I'm guessing that was as high. You don't want to go back, but
Remember that first round?
I can't blame you. I'm guessing, if you can see it, I'm guessing that is as hard as you've been hit in a ladies boxing match.
Yeah, I've been hit hard like that in kickboxing, but boxing, that was the first time. But you know, it takes a true champion to come back, and it ain't over till it's over.
Now, you had an interesting dilemma in that first round, and your corner had to deal with it when you came back. Your style is not to move. You're not really a boxer. You're a puncher. How hard was it for you? And you didn't really use that whole ring in the first round to get out of the problem.
Yeah, it was a very big ring. We're working on the boxing. I like to bang. But, you know, I was a little cold, and what can I say? I got caught early. But I'm a true champion, and I got a heart of gold. And I need to give my thanks to God, my strength, and thank you, ESPN2, my promoter, Event Entertainment, and making it happen.
Well, you got through it. Let's take a look at where, in the first round, you'd been having a good round. You got caught with that short right hand. Was your left hand a little low? I know they were reminding you not to keep it low.
Yes, I have some bad habits that we need to go and correct, and just some bad habits to clean up. And
you got some good habits. Now, this was, I think, the best left hook you threw in the whole fight. It wasn't wide. It was real compact.
I landed it. I was glad.
Sure did. You are the master of understatement. Yes, you did land it. I'd say so. Now, she had a lot of power early. Did you sense her getting tired in this fight?
Oh, yeah, I could feel her training. I could feel me getting stronger. And, you know, I'm a slow starter, so I need to maybe warm up a little more before I come out. And I just need to get going sooner. I'm so used to, from kickboxing, going 10, 12 rounds. But I need to get going early.
Now, you were able to jab your way in a little bit better in this fight. Still probably didn't use the jab as much as everybody here would want you to. But especially when you were forced to box a little more, is the jab something you want to use more as a tool?
Absolutely. The jab's the key. You know, I want to start everything with the jab and finish with the jab, and everything comes off the jab. And I need to keep my right hand in front of my face a little better. My bad.
Were you surprised in that first round that Lahsen didn't come after you a little more quickly? You maybe got a little bit extra help from her by her being maybe more cautious.
I think she was being more cautious the more I started landing my shots on her. She's a good fighter. I give her a lot of credit. It was a really good fight. But, you know, this is what boxing's all about.
Hey, Blinky, what's next for her, and is she an emerging star?
Bridgett's on her way up. I think that's up to the fans to say, but I think she showed the heart of a true champion. She got up. She handled her business. You've seen it.
No argument there. Congratulations. Bridgett Riley gets the job done and does it in dramatic fashion. Let's go back to Bob Pop.
All right, thank you, Al. Let's take a look at some final punch numbers from the bout through the 8.5 rounds of competition. You see Lahsen compiling a lot of punches thrown, especially early, but you see Riley with a much better connect percentage. at 44%, and she stops Lahsen with a great left hook and then a right hand in round number 9 to end it and keep her IFBA Bantamweight Championship. Well, we have more boxing for you on ESPN2 Sunday.